Worth saying that the Sivir Spell Shield very much useless versus getting hit by a Dark Procession and then you get locked up in there. The same to be said for a Rumble as well. Really tricky to get out of that W from the Yorick. It can look to really force the issue as this
I love
is
this
Zhao.
Cream. I like this. Light is not level 6 yet, so no Featherstorm to protect him, and still no Flash either. Cream. What? He just hit level 6? Or was I not looking at the level 5?
No.
It looked like...
You're good.
No, well,
he did just hit level 6. Your marksman.
This looks like we get a exchange of neutral objectives here, Rude. Although Weibo getting grubs on time, whereas Top Esports just taking a dragon this late feels more like a consolation prize rather than a true objective trade, I would say. Rather than the ones being initiated on, you can still find a pretty powerful combo. Xiaohu does not have that first item yet, so not as much burst. Tien trying to burn down this dragon in the face of Jackie Love. 1300, Kanavi comes through. Tien secures the dragon, but they send the full cease and desist. Here comes Cream on the right side flank. Tien caught in the crossfire. 369 with the TP, and now everyone's trying to bail. Light could be the next target to fall. Flashing away. Good flash by Kanavi to dodge the blade caller. Not get rooted in the crossfire. Cream helps pick up the feat of warfare for Top Esports, and it's 3 kills total for the squad.
Yeah, and I would say it's that one item power spike. We'd love to see them punish with it. And yes, that's the case, but the situation with the majority of their supports, or at the very least just frequently change them around.
Let's see if Jackie Love can make it work with Hong. This Rift Herald is about to go down, but Tien able to burst it down fast enough that, okay, you know what?
I'm incredibly confused. Jackie Love, you know, the intrusive thoughts won there. You know, he saw big number, he hit big number, and that was really all that happened.
I must hit this Rift Herald.
Yeah, like, I have to hit the eye. The eye's there, guys. Like, come on now. You can't expect me not to hit it. It's a little bit of a skirmish around this bot side. Charm connects on to Xiaohu, but nothing more to come through. The Drake secured.
Soloing this Otacon, does anyone know?
No, they are completely unawares, and this is a really big play by Weibo. Herald down in the mid lane, and now I think they're starting to get an idea as the rest of Weibo have turned up to that top side, but Kanavi's in mid lane, and there's no spellbook smite for Hong. 369 cooks them on the way out, but for absolutely no purpose. Maybe a tier 1 turret bot side being the trade.
And I will give credit to Weibo. Yes, this isn't a super bloody game, but is able to just pull those plays out of thin air.
Charging, Tien in trouble.
Uh-oh. Well, Tien might go down here. Crescent Guard, all for naught, and now Crisp is on the way out just as fast as he went back in. Xiaohu is teleported to the play. Good flick onto Jackie Love. Good night, JKL. And now Weibo Gaming able to at least turn the tides of battle and go for an even one-on-one. Hong might be the next... Oh, no! Breathe!
Oh, wow.
Wait, that's the wrong way! No! He was coming to your hands! I start Top Esports to try and put more pressure on Weibo Gaming, because the more time that scales up without them being able to get anything, hang on. Chris actually sending it onto his former AD carry, Jackie Love, in a world of trouble, and he gets bursted out by Light's feathers here. Cream trying to dance now with the Spirit Rush, has 2 more charges, looks for the charm. Tien getting charmed up, but at least able to keep Cream at bay thanks to the W cast.
Uses the quickness to pop the spell shield, and then the knock-up lands anyway. And with the Drake spawning in 2 seconds time, now Hong caught.
Well, no flash on this Alistar, and even through the ultimate is not going to survive long enough. Kanavi sends it with the cease and desist. Maybe 1 kill back. No! Not enough damage in the tank. Even the equalizer sent on top of it from 369, who tried to go for a drive-by, does not find any stragglers on Weibo Gaming that he can burn out. And this is going to open up the map even further, since that's a tier 1 turret in favor of Weibo.
And they might look to try and take the bot lane tier 1 turret as well off the back of this. Kanavi still dead for 20 seconds, means they've got a lot of legwork that they can do on the map. Tien going to take down this neutral objective, and Weibo, they've evened up the scoreline. A lot of damage if you can get any access to anyone. Oh, Xiaohu.
Xiaohu. Unfortunately, that side of the map does not belong to you.
No.
And that's I think that was is that a shutdown? I just saw.
Some structures. I mean, if they can't do that, then that just speaks to the strength that Weibo have. Breathe in the side lane doing well enough to take down a tier 1 turret. And yeah, I mean, top esports, I think you have to rip this. 25 seconds until that teleport can come through. Weaver's Wall available as well, so it doesn't need to be the perfect TP angle. But this is a tricky contest here. There's availability for Breathe's teleport. There's Tian, Crisp. They can run amok in this pit.
Decisive pops the on the hunt. Kanavi goes in. Tien punts him back with the Crescent Guard. Chris trying to stall for time. Equalizer right over the top, forcing them into that choke point. Tien has to go in with the 3 talent strike. Cease and desist canceled by the Featherstorm. Cream following up with the charm and the Spirit Rush, now looking for more kills. Xiaohu arrives at the party, but he's too late. 2 of his comrades, I should say, have already fallen, since Breathe is on that Sigma Male grind set, just splitting on the bot side of the map.
I mean, he has to get the tier 2, and I mean, he's not going to be able to get that tier 3 at all. This is, again, a very beneficial trade for top esports, and it's Weibo committing to this split push style. This is, again, another conscious choice from the Weibo top laner, choosing not to teleport in, choosing instead to funnel gold into himself. And Ghost as well. And I think that top finally finding that fight was a good idea.
Oh. This Weaver's Wall from Xiaohu, though, has cut off 369's path of retreat. Equalizer trying to prevent Xiaohu from walking on up, but he is still surrounded on all fronts there. No way to get out of that one. Jackie Love trying to push in.
Yeah, remember, they've lost a player at this stage. This is them choosing to find a turret despite the fact that they are down a member. And we actually got to see in your picture-in-picture, it was Breathe's teleport that started off the pick onto 369 that meant that he ended up going down. Xiaohu burning his Seraphs just to the creeps here.
Xiaohu still has flash, but he has to wait for the charm. Good patience there. Cream is able to burn it, but here comes a teleport now from Hong of all players, just trying to keep Xiaohu in place, dodging out on the seismic shove, and finally headbutting him back into the waiting arms of Kanavi.
In this game as well on the Ari has actually looked very solid. 2k gold over his counterpart, and for the most part, not really too many complaints.
Yeah. The funny thing is that it's almost been a quiet performance just because we've been so enamored with Weibo's ability to split the map and get a lot of these joins the fray. He's been effective in taking turrets, but he hasn't had a surmounting gold lead. Tien, I mean, flash away all you can. Chris trying to stall the fight as long as possible. Light has joined the fray as well as Xiaohu, but now they need to reposition in the choke point, and Light gets caught by Kanavi and crew. Weaver's Wall at least gets Xiaohu out, but Kanavi sends it. Vault Breaker flash connects right onto Tien's face, and he's gonna get smashed into the ground. The rest of top esports will not be able to push through this choke point, but they've done all that they needed to here, Rude.
Looking at the way that this, wave play is going to come through, it's going to be tricky. As teleport comes in, now Hong.
What a cheeky angle to look for with that Hex Flash, and Cream coming over with the teleport was ready to follow up there. It's just enough to guarantee pressure for that tier 2 turret, and maybe more.
Tier 3 gonna fall down as well. Baron respawns in 40 seconds. Soul spawning in. Go back to live. Doesn't look like there's anything too pressing on the cards. As I say that, and Breathe may be the one caught out.
Oh no, Breathe trying to get to the wall so he can flash over, but 369 will follow with one of his own and burns him down.
We've still got timers on Breathe, 20 seconds, but he does have teleport. Top esports beginning to be a little pressed for that time.
Oh, Hong, Hex Flash. Gets a pulverize on the Tien. No target really to headbutt into his team, though.
Used.
Good charm. Good damage on the Tien. Hysterics has been popped, and Hong is already chasing for another flank angle. Cream in a solo mission. Okay. You know what? His team gets the Baron. Maybe he didn't need to go that far in, but it's fine.
What ends up costing him his life, and it's going to delay this top esports push by a good few minutes, or by a minute or so. It means that they're not going to be able to get the soul off of this as well, which is most likely the most logical recourse for them. Having the Baron can be pretty difficult.
Yeah, it is definitely a tough one. Xiaohu was trying to time the seismic shove on the teleport coming in. Cream takes a big chunk out of Chris' health bar, as well as a decent one for Xiaohu. Tien jumping onto the front line. Hong is popped. Okay, wait a minute. That it's a 5-on-4 now for Weibo Gaming for the next 43 seconds. Top Esports gonna try to see if they can still yoink this blue buff away successfully, but Xiaohu's gonna press for it. Weaver's wall in, tanks a full fist. Kanavi forced a flash. Tien still looking for the chase. Jackie Love trying to support it with the on the hunt. Tien getting dropped low, forced to flash. Kanavi, GA gone, but he's got no way out of this one. The Dark Procession catching Jackie Love. He's still trying to cut this one out. The silver damage is not
Ricochet!
enough. Great, though, and 369 can turn this one around. Flash over the wall, Charm connects in, and the solo laners for Top Esports will save what could have been disaster. A full 5-man ace. Weibo Gaming have no more defenders, and Top Esports are going to send it for the base push.
And Jackie Love, with his dying breath, puts out just a couple of autos, and those ricochets tear Weibo to pieces. The solo laners will do it, and Top will take game one.
Rude, we're so back.
We are
so back. 369 has had some incredible performances on Gragas. Unfortunately, last night, I'm going to have to call him out. He did have probably one of the most uncharacteristic stinkers.
Going to pan out. I'm looking for the bot side fight here with the Drake having been alive. Trundle being one of our best single turret takers, single objective takers as well. He might look to try and take that down a little bit sooner, but Xiaohu at least focused.
Oh no! It was the Goon Squad. Weibo Gaming tried to bake Cream on in, and they pull it off for first blood.
Contending for world's positions, they are looking at international tournaments, and Cream, you know, he is a very solid middle of the pack mid laner, but when we move into this top echelon, he is struggling.
Oh, Light, though, in a world of trouble. Well played by both Hong and Jackie Love to lock him down despite Burning Cleanse.
Drake got stole.
Kanavi trying... Wait, they stole Dragon. And now Xiaohu's in a world of trouble. And even though Cream did get picked off to lead up to the confidence to take that Dragon in the first place.
Kanavi, I feel like, just because Top Esports are so frequently in the ascendancy, we don't get to see Kanavi steal away objectives, but again, is frequently one of those players who can very easily secure them. Now walking around these Void Grubs, Weibo, have they stepped a little bit too far forward, or are they actually absolutely fine and can just take all three?
Yep. Chris was doing.
They pulled up Breathe. Yeah.
Tien still has Smite, 1400, 1200. Should be able to yoink it now. It's 900 level Smite, so all three Grubs are secured. Did we want to force a fight here? Jackie Love might be in trouble, popping the cleanse into the shadows. Blast Cone sends him over into the river. Are they still in the banana brush? Yes, they were! And Hong is going to get jumped on, and he tries to throw out the Solar Flare and a flash, dodging out of the Chain of Corruptions, forcing Light to just flash for that piercing arrow.
Here we go. Punt somebody away. You get rid of the Silas, and the Drake's still quite high HP. Kanavi can once again go for the classic walk maneuver.
Subjugate onto Crisp. He's tanky enough. They're trying to walk up into the Dragon. Don't tell me! Okay, Tien does secure the Dragon this time around, but they've lost Crisp. Tien is able to EQ over back to safety. Curtain Call is going to try to find some stragglers, but Xiaohu able to escape that arc.
Not really under any threat. Quick belly bounce, and everybody's okay.
Rose trying to beat out.
Did they spot Tien?
Hong is back. Oh no. No, Tien snuck into the shadows of the brush, and 369 knows that he is gone.
And the answer was no. They did not spot the job in there. That's not good. Well, doesn't quite find the angle to potentially punish Xiaohu. So now seeing a big engage, commit to the top side.
Uh-oh. Well, Tien no flash this time around. Once he gets jumped on, he's not going to be able to escape the death squad there from the side of Top Esports. As
the one coming out in the ascendancy through the early game.
Yeah. Jackie Love might be a target here. Oh no, it's just 369 again. He has flash, but I don't know where he's going to go. He's just getting bounced around, flashing away the Cataclysm. For what?
Nice.
Still goes down.
Timing almost as many minutes, and now Cream on this top side. Quick little tap onto the turret whilst his team takes the Rift Herald, and overall, not the worst trade in the world for Top Esports, but they would really love to see now the turret going to take a battering from that Rift Herald. Crisp Able to navigate this, and now keeper's
Keeper's
verdict.
They punted him out. Tien's trying to walk up. It's still 3,000 HP. Cream trying to do the best he can to keep the dragon away from Tien's hands. Cream will fall forward. Kanavi walks back up. Who gets it? Kanavi secures the dragon. Hong flashes over the wall, and everyone else from Top Esports gets out. Xiaohu in trouble, forced to flash away from the 369 Gragas. Pressure that they have, though, between Hong and Kanavi all on this bottom side of the map will guarantee that they secure this tower for themselves. Unfortunately, it is not first brick since Weibo already picked that up a while ago. Don't have a way out once they're locked in and have no flash.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that the Jin in particular is really going to struggle. They're looking for Crisp, though.
He's pinned against the wall. Curtain call should set up. One more bullet in the chamber. Jackie Love finds it.
That's a con available as well. If there is a big fight that breaks out here, I expect that to be the secondary consequence of how this skirmish plays on out. 369, about 75% HP, so it's regenerated a good amount of it. Here they go, though.
Good patience by Top Esports. Pull Tien away. Fight onto the left side. Hong flashing forward, trying to zone, but Cream is now in a world of trouble, and he goes down. 369 already teleporting to the fight, but he's got nowhere else to run. He's forced to flash over the wall. Weibo Gaming easily able to deal with him, as well as being able to lock down Cream and set him up for the kill. This is now a 5-on-4, and they're going to start the Otacon.
Yeah, and just as we highlighted, right, like, if you end up losing out on that fight, I expect the Atacon to be the consequence of this. Kanavi, though, still has Smite, still has Flash. Not a really great way for Weibo to keep him out. We're looking at Crisp. How well is that keeper's verdict going to be used?
He walks up, he punts out Kanavi. Now Weibo Gaming have to burn it down.
Fourth shot.
Doesn't have the smite for the unsealed spellbook. Otacon is secured by Tien. Empowered Top Esports in the next 3.5 minutes, since Top Esports have been able to secure the past 2 dragons. Cream picking up a stray turret that was kind of hanging on the top side of the map. You haven't had a chance to find him on the map yet, and whether that is a fault of Weibo's or a credit to Jackie Love for...
He's an AD carry. I can tell you where he is. He's not lost.
Well, they're going to go for a different target. Cream already using the dash on the upsgun upduct, and no flash on that Silas. You know, they didn't punish Jackie Love, but they did punish someone.
Or just thinking that they were closer by. Either way, falls for the 4th time this game, and 3, maybe 2 of those we've argued have been 3 items hit for both of our marksmen, though, as Cyrilda's picked up 4 light, and now we see 369 again in trouble.
Tried to force the flash away and the body slam, but the Cataclysm locks him in, throws out the cast, tries to get some damage down. Not really doing that much over to Tien, but does he survive? 369 goes back in for one last body slam before he hits the grave. Tien now in trouble. Good EQ, escapes from Cream as he casts his own Cataclysm, but now he's on the run, forced to flash away. Breathe joins the fray and forcing out the mid laner of Top Esports. Tien is quite low on HP here, but Top Esports might not have enough strength to brute force their way into the river this time.
Crisp did use keeper's verdict to interrupt Jackie Love's curtain call. It's not going to be enough, though, to incentivize Kanavi to try and go for a steal. They don't need to deny this one.
And they're ready to contest.
Yeah, really worried for Top Esports at this stage. Looking for Tien
now.
On
Tien. They know that he doesn't have flash, but he still has an EQ. Gets over the pillar. Kanavi flashing, trying to guarantee the kill onto the other jungler, but he's locked in with the rest of Weibo Gaming! And Kanavi falls without getting a single killing blow. Tien survives. Disaster for Top Esports, and Weibo starting to thrive in Game 2.
Yeah, Crisp does fall, so it is a 1-for-1 overall, but again, you're happy to keep your jungler alive when we've got Baron up and available. Breathe now threatening. They want to defend this tier 1 turret.
Well, it falls, and Cream sending it with the Between Worlds. Seeker's arm guard popped by Breathe. Potentially locked down, low on mana, but enough for a counter-strike to prevent any damage from auto attacks. Curtain call, flying with the bullets. One more, it's blocked by Xiaohu.
Out onto the map. Needs to decide to do this sooner rather than later, though.
There's a ward that was in that pit. It is gone. Plenty of health on this dragon.
But it's hard for the Leona to mark a Jax because he can just counter-strike and go through you. Now teleport's coming in. Now 369 can mark the Jax, and all of a sudden Hung can take a better position more aggressively to defend the dragon, to defend his team as well.
This dragon take is such on a knife's edge. 369 might be caught here, but Tien is punted in with that explosive cast. CC chain, so good. Tien caught in a world of trouble, and can Weibo Gaming bail him out? He sends an EQ flag right onto the backline. Jackie Love flashes away and gets enough distance. Now he opens up with the curtain call. Top Esports, this is their home turf. This is their home playing ground, and Top Esports have no equal when it comes to team fighting. Weibo Gaming lose 4, lose the Ocean Soul, and Top Esports have full control.
And get them back in control. The Baron will fall. Top Esports will go back into control of this game and begin to open up that gold lead once again.
And you can see how frustrated Tien was.
It's beautiful. He buffers it so that as he gets knocked up, he's channeling that. He puts Tien to the other side.
But it is no longer in their control. And Top Esports, it's now, the onus is on them to win this game.
Yeah, and I think that Jin now, at this 4.5 item spike extra BF sword in his back pocket, is a genuine cause for concern as Tien forced to flag and drag out to safety, but it's the tier 2 turrets that are the focus for Top Esports. Cream level 18 already on this, and it's just a zoning ulti. Get away from our tier 2 turret, we're going to take this.
Some poke and chunks on the health bars of Weibo Gaming too on the exit. Benavi, considerable damage to the inhibitor tower.
Like you say, right, with Ocean Soul, there's a very real possibility that weak spells are just going to heal up Top Esports. Tien goes in, though.
Oh, no. Tien is going to get brought super low. He heals back off with the Sunder Sky, forced to flash away. With the Between Worlds, it separates the pack, but the rest of Top Esports corralled onto the backline of Breathe, and now they get to press on forward. The Ocean Soul paying dividends. So much work with the healing. It's going to give Top Esports the second win necessary to push into the base.
And they'll take the inhibitor as well. Only the bot lane, but again, when we look at that Baron timer, Tien, cleanse taken on the spellbook for Crisp here, so he's going to be looking to try and keep himself in the front line. Flash
from Hong, Zenith Blade goes wide, but the Solar Flare does connect, forcing the flash out of Crisp. Oh, the pillar interrupted him while he was chanting the Keeper's Verdict! Hong still goes in, low on HP, gets bursted out by Light. Cream following up with a Seeker's Arm Guard already popped. Breathe onto the back line, but good cask. Punts it away from Jackie Love so he can still continue firing, but Weibo Gaming starting to win the fight. Breathe goes in with the Counter-Strike, pops him on the head, looking for another one. Jackie Love has the GA.
Timing!
Can he 1v4 this? He's already only him at 100% HP. Can Jackie Love make the difference?
He has to look, but he's going to get caught.
He still has a GA. He's healing so much from the Ocean Soul root. Chris dies.
That's one.
Jackie Love is immortal. He's killing them all. The GA is popped. Tien might be able to look for him now again. And patience is rewarded for the side of Weibo Gaming. Elder Dragon secured.
And just not enough vision. That's the power of sweepers, everybody. If just not quite enough. And that timing on the auto, he's firing it while Counter-Strike is up, but times it so that he knows it will be down by the time that it lands.
Much nerves were on the line when fighting up against Jackie Love, who could have just had the craziest 1v4 had anything gone differently. But now with the push, Elder on their side, Baron secured. Weibo Gaming might just send us to game 3. We'll see how far they go.
30 seconds left on the Elder. It's now or never. It's this wave or never for Weibo. Punt trying to come through. He clears out the wave, actually, which stalls the engage. 20 seconds now on this Elder. Can they clear these minions? Baron still there.
Explosive cast kills some of the wave, but they're pushing through the Nexus Towers. Curtain call, trying to dissuade them. Now Weibo Gaming find themselves untouched, immortal, everyone full hit the Nexus. We're going to game 3.
Moderately semi-inconsistent DPS, I will say. The Kalista not really a pick that I'm too thrilled by, but I'm all here to be proven wrong. Right?
And get to level 6. Only looking at the map once I've taken all my camps. But he skipped the blue buff. He went for the crowd control. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Mid lane. Cream under fire. The flash is so late. And Tien is just going to pick up first blood. This is yet to be a Nocturne that has picked up his own blue buff, but he took the crab, looked mid lane. Xiaohu committed early with the flash. And with Weibo getting that extra bit of gold and experience into the hands of their player that picked up MVP in game 2. Could just be the early writings of a Weibo.
Down at least one of those Void Grubs, and looking at the position of Tien as well. Take down a heck of a lot more. The Nocturne maybe looking to try and dive out onto the Aatrox, but instead it's just looking to take away camps.
I imagine that diving this Aatrox is not going to be as easy as it was the first time around, since it did not result in any deaths, only a flash. The World Ender's still available for 369, but they're going to commit 4 members to this dive. So 369, 07, and good luck under the tower. We'll see how you can outplay this one. Cream still doesn't have teleport quite yet, and all 4 members just dogpile onto the Aatrox and ensure that his world has ended.
In this game in particular, is going to be taking a long time to get to where he needs to be. Is now Xiao Hu potentially under threat here?
Oh, but they turned it around. He had the stun, he had Tibbers, and Tien was waiting in the shadows for that paranoia setup. That's the feats of warfare secured for Weibo Gaming.
Dragon picked up for top esports, so not a bad little position to find themselves in. Means that they are going to be stacking up towards a very, very early soul in this game. You see 369 caught up under the turret, but now it's actually Breathe who's having the tables turned on him.
Good smite by Tien. Is it worth, though? The Impale is going to catch them since there's no spell shield anymore. Shockwave, decent burst damage. Tien trying to flash away. Oh, great Magnusword from Chris, but Tien still dies! Unfortunate. Light forced to flash over the wall as well. And Weibo Gaming just could not bail out their jungler. And Cream, as they're going to be able to spot at least one in this Otacon pit, but the rest of Weibo trying to look for a potential dive onto Jackie Love. They send it Paranoia, Magnustorm over the wall, following the flash after Jackie Love, and yeah, that looked pretty damn easy from the side of Weibo.
100% dead there. And there's just not the support from his team that he needs to have to stay underneath that tier 1 turret. Really solid play from Weibo, as now Crisp, now the one under fire.
That's an Impale from Kanavi, and yeah, that guarantees that Crisp is not getting out anytime soon, so no way.
Whoa. Fancy feet.
Oh,
Combo combo.
Wait, what? Concede the Rift Herald over there, but there is a dragon to play for in 47 seconds.
Yeah, I think that Drake's going to be the real linchpin, right? Let's look at some of those items. We're looking for fully completed items for Light, Xiao Hu, and Tien. And then on the flip side, across the board, actually, for top esports, they've got Callista, Blade of the Ruined King. And that's exactly what they're going to need to try to snowball off of.
Weibo Gaming do secure for themselves feats of strength with that first brick pickup. Top Esports just trying to huddle around this top river. Kanavi doesn't quite get the pin onto Tien, but the Paranoia flash right into the back line. They knew he didn't have flash, and now the rest of top Esports trying to bail. Teleport in from Cream, but he's just trying to use the protect shield as Breathe just tears through Hong, and the rest of Weibo Gaming is just looking like an absolute bloodbath. Kanavi will pull Chris right back into the tower.
Off the back of this, they even take a teleport out from 369 as well. The top thing that they can contest this?
They're gonna try, but Kanavi can't get into the pit and steal it. Now 369 might be compromised here. Remember, he has no flash. The Shockwave does
what
pull
are they
two, but there's just
doing?
no damage. Top Esports, they thought they could win that? I cannot believe it.
They're starting the Atacon, and they've got so much control over this map that it just feels inconceivable for top esports to claw their way back into this match.
Yeah, Xiao Hu just dropping Tibbers to help Tien burst down this Otacon as fast as possible.
You'd like to think that top esports have got some way to come back into this, but they're giving a second dragon, which again, given the state of the game, they absolutely have to. And they're actually playing around this map quite well, making sure that they're getting something when they're losing out on something else on the rest of the map. Tier 1 turret in the mid lane, likely to be forfeit. As you can see that there's nobody here to defend it. Was there anybody there? Probably Xiao Hu, and Tien ends up killing them.
Archangels and now fully upgraded into Seraphs picked up for Cream. 2 items for Jackie Love here, 2 items for Kanavi. Sterix Gage picked up for 369. Has not gone for the tier 2 boots just to ensure that he is at full strength, as Crisp waiting in the shadows on the left side, looking for them to overextend their welcome. Oh, the Impale is short! Unfortunately, he's not going to get that much value. We'll immediately be snuffed out by Breathe. And Kanavi looking at Tien at the moment, flashing away from the Impale, but the Paranoia is used, and now they're on full chase trying to hunt for this guy. Exhaust used, pulled in with the handshake. Really strong from top Esports, be able to isolate the jungler from Weibo Gaming. And now, yeah, I have to imagine that you have to send it for the Baron. You have the smite advantage.
Oh my god, and once again, it's just a top Esports miracle from nowhere. They're looking for the Baron now. Again, Kalista smite should be enough to secure it. It's whether or not Weibo can get into contest.
Chris also has smite. Now, his smite level might not even be 900, could still be 600 at this stage of the game. Looking forward, Xiaohu flashing onto the back line. They don't really have the synced up ultis here for the combo. They do enough damage to the other side though. Weibo Gaming getting eliminated off the map. They finally take out JackeyLove, but the remaining members of top Esports live to tell the tale. They won't take the Baron, but they pick up the ace against Weibo.
And then they could have gone to the Baron as well. Top Esports with all of the momentum, they head back towards that dragon. They put themselves on Soul Point.
Makes this more competitive.
Yeah, Chris was looking for a little bit of an angle, but now they are pressured, Weibo, to start off this Baron. With teleport now being used by 369, they should just peel away. They got the summoner spell they were after, and now they can begin this little bit of a poke sequence. Chris gets spotted though.
He's got to run. Kanavi's going to try to pin him down, looking for Xiaohu next. Stunned up by the Tibbers as well. Xiaohu trying to keep him in place. Weibo sending it with the Magna Storm right on top. This is the front line that they're going for. Tien trying to isolate JackeyLove into the back line. Gets knocked up. Shockwave pulls him back in. Hostile takeover is going to stall. JackeyLove trying to moonwalk backwards to keep his distance. You're going to be able to deal with Breathe as he's pinned in. Top Esports are able to protect the Kalista. And now it's just up to Light, but it's a 1v4 as a Corki, and he's not pulling out any miracles anytime soon. Somehow finds two with the power of Tibbers, but it's JackeyLove surviving and thriving on the Kalista.
And I don't know that they can actually go for the Baron here. This is top's end goal, but JackeyLove a little bit low. He's going to be able to sustain up off of that blue buff and probably be able to vamp up as well using the Baron. This is going to be Baron for top Esports. Xiaohu won't have Tibbers. Instead, that's actually enough to call them off. That's incredible. They're going to bait him. He doesn't know.
He does not know. Throws out the stun on the JackeyLove, but just not enough burst damage to save himself. JackeyLove will get one more auto attack in there.
Threatened. Looking back at live though, Baron's being started. Tien has got Paranoia, has got Flash.
3,000, he sends it. 2,000, it's secured by Kanavi with the power of the Kalista Smite. The Impale keeps them into the hostile takeover. And just like that, the jungler and support for Weibo are deleted from the game. Top Esports are now fully in control.
And it's just the decision-making from Weibo letting them down again. Maybe they could have found a better fight a little bit later had they not pushed for this. And you know, those slight scaling concerns that we talked about for Weibo, they're really beginning to be envisioned here. Light cannot step up to auto. And with the Baron at their backs and 3 people dead, they might just go for the end.
Oh, the handshake. It's going to force the QSS out of Light. Breathe trying to step up, popping the Dominus and killing as most of the wave as he can. Xiaohu drops the Tibbers, but just not enough burst damage to deal with this top Esports composition, as it does prevent them from being able to push into the inhibitor, and they'll take their leave.
Yeah, I think if that handshake could have been enough to kill out Light, it might have been a different story here, but hesitantly then they might need to.
369 trying to zone off Xiaohu, decent damage. Tibbers is dropped. Dragon being started up. Paranoia being used, going over onto 369. Look at the healing though out of the Aatrox, immediately going back to
stolen.
Dragon is stolen by Tien, but is it enough? You have to stop JackeyLove from being able to moonwalk on everybody, and JackeyLove is still living, and he's still putting in these spears and raking them out. Tien able to flash over the wall. Light still surviving, trying to see if he can kite this one out, but Breathe is on the run, running away from Cream, who is in hot pursuit, looking for another shockwave, and this one will connect onto the Croc. Weibo Gaming down to Light, the only survivor, but top Esports still rocking with 5, and they're gonna run straight into the base.
Baron still live for 5 seconds. Light might be able to rocket these minions down, but it's on 369. It's on all of top to block the minions.
JackeyLove just might be able to do what not even Ruler could at MSI, as they corral into the base, eliminate Light, looking at the open Nexus, and Top Esports will take the series 2-1 and win with Kalista.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.